Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to come before you to extend an invitation to you to accompany me in the construction of the new Colombia. For more than a year, we have been working insistently on the task of strengthening our institution, advancing in the journey towards peace, and making our economy a solid, dynamic, and stable one. I am convinced that a fundamental pillar needed to carry out these goals is the active participation of the international investors. Colombia has always been in the focus of the foreign investors because of our renowned economic stability, the richness of our natural and human resources, and the dedication and professionalism of our labor force and businessmen, and our strategic geographic location. It is no wonder that last year we were the third largest recipient of foreign capital in the region. Nonetheless, we are aware that our strengths and advantages can be bolstered even more in order to increase the success stories in our country. That is why we are creating the best conditions to attract foreign investors from all corners of the world, and for those who have already demonstrated competence in Colombia to increase their investments. We have been working arduously on three main fronts. In first place, we are moving forward in the creation of the measures necessary to reduce the cost of production by providing adequate training for the labor force, to increase competitive labor costs, to simplify the procedures needed for the creation and operation of businesses, and to improve the transportation infrastructure. Secondly, we are aware of the importance that stability represents to you. That is why we have established set and clear rules regarding the economy. We are going to maintain a healthy fiscal policy that will allow us to sustain a stable macroeconomic environment along with a competitive exchange rate, one in which interest rates and inflation are kept low and predictable, as has been the case recently. Our macroeconomic policy has the support of the International Monetary Fund, and its effectiveness and leadership in the region are again beginning to be noticed. Finally, we know that peace and security are very important in order to attract new investments to Colombia. As you already know, my government has entered into a peace process with the insurgent groups to find a political solution to the armed conflict. In this, we have advanced further than any government in the history of the country. As you can see, the interest of my government to attract foreign investment is indeed a very serious commitment. In the communication sector, the sale of the Bogota Telephone Company is very, very important for us. In the presentation that follows, you will see that we are talking about the biggest communication company in Colombia, with more than 2 million lines, in which is going through an aggressive modernization process and transformation. This is a clear example of the win-win alliance that can form. Finally, I want to invite you again, take your advantage of all that Colombia offers. Advantages of a serious economic policy like the one my administration is building. The advantages of the modernization of infrastructure. The advantage that our commercial treaties give us privileged access to more than 600 million consumers in the United States, in Europe, and in Latin America. The advantages of a government that wants to be a partner in the conquest of the international markets. And finally, the advantages that a country full of advantages can offer. Thank you very much.